Hello. Oh no, I'm not speaking. I should be speaking. Why am I not speaking? Hey me, you should speaking. Hello, with the speaking. Do the thing. You're supposed to do the thing, which you are not. Let's try changing to that and changing it back to that. Hey, hey. Alrighty. Now I'm talking. Wee. Yes, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night, whatever it happens to be. It's Monday or Tuesday, depending on where you're at, or Sunday if you're in the past. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, Black Fox, as always. Doorbald, nice to see you. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday. I didn't have a wonderful Monday, but it was a Monday. I'm still alive, so there's that. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We survived the Monday. We sure did. I could do with fewer Mondays. We also survived money. Oh, late stage capitalism. Oh, good grief. House parties. They're never fun. At least when you're not part of them. And yes, I'm trying a new setup here, so I was watching back the stream from yesterday. Not yesterday, jeez. The stream from Thursday, and I noticed that a lot of my stuff was off screen. So I'm trying to avoid that. I'm kind of hoping that kind of confining the image to one spot will help me. Oh goodness, help me avoid that. So that's the hope anyway. Well, how was everyone else's day? Adorbald, how are you? How is things going for you over there? An apartment building. Well, I mean, you can have a house party pretty much anywhere there's people. So. Aww. I am sorry the storm gave you a headache. I'm also sorry I can't stop yawning. Good grief. I'm not that tired. Oh yeah, I'm working on that. It's more difficult than I thought it would be. Black Fox trying to get the chat on there. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Some days I just want to write off and be like, nope. Oh man, I have been so slow to color stuff. I don't have stuff from Thursday done yet, but hopefully I will have those completed at some point in the very near future and have those up on the Discord, and then I'll share them out to everybody else. Boot shop. Oh, I need to go boot shopping. Like decent hiking boot shopping. Otherwise, seems like it's a pretty low-key, pretty tranquil evening in this realm, at least for the time being. Blundstones, you say? I'm not familiar. But again, I have not yet even really started my boot shopping. Ooh. Very cool. Very cool. Sorry, zoned out for a moment there. But we are wasting valuable time, what we could be spinning the wheel. I'm assuming the wheel is going to be hiding because I just reordered everything. Yeah, there we go. All right. I did see the 40K image. That was funny. Alrighty, Roo. Let's try to wake me up. Wake me up. Where? There we go. Oh, for Pete's sake. There we go. All right. Let's find out what crazy stuff I'm doing today. If it's fan art again, I might scream. I need to work on the comic. Let's see what we got. I swear to God. It's still a reroll. Oof. Okay. Nuts to that. I've done enough fan art. Let's try this again. I don't mind doing fan art. It's just that is not the only thing I can do on this channel. Oh my God. This is utter insanity. That's insane. That makes no sense whatsoever. How frickin'... Oh, man. One more time. Let's see what happens. If we get fan art again, then I'm just going to have to get a new wheel. Are you serious? I think, yeah. I don't even care that it edged its way into talk/chat. No, no, you don't get off that easy. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, yeah, you know what? Fan art of the next comic page is a great idea. I have to figure out where I'm at. Let's see. God. You try to be organized for this stuff and then just... Alright, where are we at? I think I'm up to July 29th. Well, I bet you this is definitely going to get cut. Hang on. You'll all be very sad to know that my video from last week is I didn't get a copyright strike. I didn't get a copyright strike from last week, but I was informed that my video was not able to be played in all territories because Playing with the Boys was playing for about 6 seconds. So I apologize to any of you that are in Russia that wanted to watch my YouTube recording of my stream. So yeah, apparently you can't watch my video in Russia because Playing with the Boys was in there. So shooting myself in the foot, folks. Shooting myself in my little blue foot. All right, let's draw a domestic dispute, apparently. There we go. Oh, this is the comic for July 29th. I was actually pretty happy with this particular little doodah, so. How about get the music back, too? Yep, just Russia. Russia was the only one. I actually laughed because I was like, yeah, well, fuck Russia. I think this is going to be a lot better for the drawings. Since you guys will be able to actually see everything now. Hopefully. Hopefully. I actually had to check. I just had to check the calendar. I was like, did a comic come out today? Has nobody said anything about the? It's just like, okay, no, nothing came out today. It's fine. Nothing was supposed to come out today, was it? No, I don't think anything was supposed to come out today. I'll have to double check that. I had a weird thing with WordPress the last time I messed with it, so I'll have to make sure. Next week. Thank you, Black Box. This is why I don't have like a public what's the frickin' word? What's the app? It's not Monday.com. It's basically like being able to show people like what you're working on and like what's upcoming or like what's up the pipe, whatever, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, it's some stupid like you know, Web 2.0 name. I swear it wasn't Monday.com. It was some other doodad. But yeah, this this is why I don't have one, because I can't keep track of my own shit. Airdropping wolves. Somebody want to check on Black Fox? I don't know what the water's like up there in Canada, but I don't know if you got some good stuff or what. There we go. He's just being Canadian. It's about right. I remember those little history bits. I remember those vidges. Do. Part of me is shocked that the wheel once again 3 times chose fan art. The other part of me isn't surprised because, like any other technical aspect on this show, it's going to go wrong at the worst possible time. Made it through Monday. What's everyone planning on doing this week? What's big on the menu this week? This little kobold has so much cleaning to do. It is ridiculous. That's right. It's coming up on your birthday. That's on the 12th, if I remember correctly. So happy early birthday, Black Fox. Supposed to record yesterday. What were you recording? Nosy Kobold wants to know. Oh, nice. Gotta love that. Yeah, it's one of those things. Getting people together for anything is difficult, and a podcast is no different. You have my sympathies. If you ever need a mediocre guest, just let me know. I was in plays. Although, knowing the way life works for me, instead of it being like plays, it's like sports plays. Like, instead of stage plays, it's like sports plays. So what do I do? This shoulder got weird. Monster of the Week. Monster of the Week, all weeks. Kobolds. We're cute. We're decisive. We can kill things much larger than we are. Notice I didn't say we do. I said we can. Especially when there's like 800 of us. Well, in Black Box, I think it sounds like it's a good time to come up with a new tradition. Nothing bad about the old one. Just time to move on to a new one. Yeah, it hasn't been the best start of a year for Black Box or me or for a bunch of us. So how odd does it feel that we're halfway through 2024? Like, I'm happy with years just kind of getting over with, but like, man. I was looking at the calendar and I was just like, my God, I've had Roscoe in the house since February 3rd. Like, it's both not a lot of time and, like, way more time than I thought. Can't forget the little Pain Star. Oh man, Pain Star, new D&D character incoming. My name is Pain Star. I come from a world of perpetual night and pain. Pain Star. So what you're saying is that Katya just got the super punch. That's sweet. Love that punch. Wish I could do that punch in real life. Wish I could do that punch in real life. Despite essentially being Little Mac. It's so weird when you start looking at Nintendo games from that particular era. Especially the stuff that was like produced and developed by Nintendo itself. They obviously used a lot of the same software sound generation code. But it's really weird when you hear Great Tiger do his teleport thing and Punch Out, and then you hear the sound that Link makes when he casts a spell in Zelda 2. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, what do they know? Does Great Tiger know all of Link's spells? That'd be pretty rad. I mean, I think it's the best explanation that I can come up with at this point. Just babbling to the universe. Oh, took Roscoe to a new to him park this afternoon. It was a place that we used to go with Lupin all the time, and hadn't been there since we lost him. Really, since he was sick. Um, and he did great. He did so awesome. It's just a big lake with a nice track around it. There's also some like mountain biking trails and hiking stuff there. So just took him around the track and was just like, oh, he could keep going. So took him uphill and down the trail a little bit, and he had a great time. And had some other dogs there that he promptly ignored. So training, yes. Training 1, other dogs, completely garbage 0. My little prince did just well. I think Kisuke has a little too much scabbard for his sword, but who am I to judge? I mean, guy can do what he wants. Well, I mean, don't need, other people's dog. Roscoe, though, need that one. That's the good one. After how much I spent to train him, he does need to be there. Ah.
And you already have a cobalt.
He am baby, so he am baby voice. I frequently will punctuate some of the, I wouldn't say annoying, but the very, the somewhat destructive and loud things that he does with,
I'm 2, allegedly.
I'm no dogologist, but that boy ain't 2. I saw a shepherd pup that was 6 months old. And it was heavier than he was, and it's like, oh my god. Okay. On this episode of Trap Finders, Kisuke verifies to all of us that he's in an abusive relationship. No, it's not abusive. It's just it's a healthy back and forth between two people who are constantly fighting monsters. Oh man, trust me, I just thought of that the other day. There was a candy when I was a Dragon Scout that I would get at the trading post that it's quite possibly one of the most racist candies I've ever seen. At the time, I was like, yeah, whatever. It's funny. It's candy. It's fine. And now as an adult, I'm just like, I cannot believe that I used to buy this. Oh God, now I have to see if I can. I gotta see if I can find it. Oh my! I remembered the box perfectly. Oh man. Oh man. Hooey. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the candy called Cherry Clan, but it was a thing, and I loved it as a young kobold. Let me see if I can get it up here on the screen. There we are. Cherry Clan. This is terrible. This is the worst. You guys see that? You should be able to. Yeah, there are some choices that were made here. This is terrible. I mean, the candy was all right, but yeah. Hooey. $5. I will bet $5 that ends up being the auto-generated thumbnail for this frickin' video. Thanks, YouTube. I'm not even from this realm and you're making me a racist. Yeah. I was just a little dragon scout going to the trading post. And, yeah. Buy a box of Cherry Clan. Yes. I will. It will drive engagement for the absolute opposite people that I would want. Oh, sweet. A little blue kobold that's racist, just like me. God. Last thing I need. Hey, Gray, you missed the worst thing. Hershey Kissables. Okay, Gray, get ready. This was the candy that I used to get at the trading post when I was a Dragon Scout many moons ago. When I was younger, I didn't really think of anything of it, but as Adorabald said when we first showed it off, there were choices made here. So check out my favorite candy when I was younger. Ferrera Dan's Cherry Clan. Yeah. There were choices made here. Bad choices. So. Yes, and as Black Fox was mentioning, the wheel is super loaded. We rolled the wheel 3 times and came up fan art each time. So I'm beginning to think that the wheel either really loves my fan art or hates it and wants the internet to laugh at me. I'll assume it's the latter. Maybe it'll end up being the former. I'm definitely assuming that it just wants to laugh at me. So there we go. So Adorabald pulled the eject and was just like hitting the comic. I like doing the fan art when they work out. I've done some on my own that it's like, but you guys give me good suggestions, so who knows? Maybe in an hour or so we'll try doing some fan art if you guys have some good ideas. I will say it does get my mind going, so. And this page is almost done. Okay. Actually, this page, from what I can tell, is done. Let's check my layers here. Boop, boop. Yeah. Not looking bad. Let's see, where are you? Okay. Just got a couple of gaps. Make for the Gap of Rohan. Yeah, I mean, if that's what I was known for, then I mean, maybe yeah, but I mean, I'm not really even known for my comic. But, you know, and that might be something that I do in the future. Like maybe just like some certain days, it's like this is my fan art stream, or working on commissions or something. But yeah, it's definitely not an all the time thing. Um, though I am happy that the last few have worked out as well as they have. All right. Yeah, I think he showed off pictures of the robot dog there, Black Fox. Can any dog truly be as cool as K9? He's a robot dog, but he's made by the BBC, so he looks like shit, and it's adorable. Much like the Daleks, they look like shit, and they're adorable. Fix some of this up here. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah, the wheel does need to be reorganized. I should probably come up with some new categories and just replace where things are. I probably should also do that setting where once it selects something, it removes it from the wheel. That would keep me from doing the same thing twice. As funny as that is. What's going on with my stroke today? It's not really that steady. Getting the shakes. There's got to be at least one more. One more. I mean, eventually this wheel is going to look like when you have Baltic and Mediterranean and people start passing go. You're like, oh, yeah. Here comes a $400 hit. I'm watching a little Monopoly today, so that's where that came from. There's got to be at least one more banned Black Fox and one, like, Gray writes something. Like, is punish him for being on your stream. That's a great idea, Zen. It's going to happen, Black Fox. It's the law of the land. I mean, this is true. If I'm not punishing viewers, am I actually streaming? I mean, you kind of have to preemptively punish viewers because once they start ganging up on you, there's a lot of them. There's just one of you. From what I understand, that's what it's like having multiple kids as well. Once you're outnumbered, things get very, very difficult. Okay, this looks less terrible. Okay, I think I've got the ink done for this, so that's excellent. I'm going to go ahead and save that. No French. New wheel entry. Gray writing prompts. Present, Gray writes the lore entry and Zib draws a rough outline of what the character looks like to them. Saving the thing for me. Okay, so that's July 29th. July 15th is done. It just needs dialogue. August 12th. Oh boy. Exactly, Gray. That's exactly how it would work. Gray writes something. That's it. I'm going to record that. So it's going to come up when it gets selected. There's going to be like a tiny sliver on there that's like Zib sings. All right, so I do not have anything for August 12th yet. So it's going to be sketchies. Yay, sketchies. Although I do want to make sure I don't have... I thought I did have... Oh, I think... Yeah, I know where that is. That is in Sketchbook. I'm trying to do less in Sketchbook and more in CSP because it's much more organized in CSP. So, yeah. I really want to work on that because that's a cool piece of art. Let's see. You are over in Sketchbook. Just digging around in my magic rectangle. Trying to find the stuff. Trying to find all that stuff. Oh, hell yeah. I've got like 3 freaking pages drawn in here. Rad. Sorry, I got excited. No, I did not delete Sketchbook. I have many projects and many other things that I'm working on that I do not need to show off currently. I will eventually, however. Oh, badass. I'm super glad I found that. Oh, I also, at one point, I was going back and, where's the... Oh, you silly bitch. Sorry, hang on. Just trying to... I think I just closed the other one I was working on. I did. Good job, Zib. Good job, Zib. Look at you. You're so good at what you do. Okay, let's get this in there. Come on. Come on. Paste. That just reminded me, did you guys see the information on the new Dragon Age that's coming out? That's going to be cool. I'm interested to see how that has turned out. Do. Yep, there's a new Dragon Age coming. I think it's called like Beyond the Veil or Keepers of the Veil or something like that. Should be interesting. I'm wondering if they're going to go more into the Fade Such an interesting idea, the fade. Wow, I'm actually really surprised at how nice these pages were sketched out. Cool. Glad to know that past Zib is not a jerk and gave me a lot of cool shit. All right, let's get some arts and forts and crafts going on here. All right, rad. There we go. Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with it too. I wish they would just kind of go back to Dragon Age 1, but I don't think they'll ever do that again. I was going back and redrawing pages that I really liked. This was one of my favorite ones that I thought I didn't quite nab it at the time. This middle panel is the only thing I really kind of got close to done, but yeah, it's good stuff. I definitely changed up my expressions a lot in the last few years. The original expression Kisuke had was kind of bland, and I thought this worked out a lot better. That definitely that definitely says I'm scared. So, but, yep. All right, let's jump on to this comic. This is going to be an August comic. Super cool. We're getting there. I am pleased that I haven't missed any comic updates lately. Not lately, but this particular last couple of years has been very good for keeping ye old comic on track. I will say, Clip Studio definitely makes it easier to do panels, but oh man, so it's putting a stream notification right in the chat. Dang, well, that's a kick in the tail. I mean, I don't need that kind of competition from freaking Twitch. I bet it's like big ass rat girl drawing artist 4765. Good stream. It's a good stream. Rick Griffin. That's cool. I'm surprised I didn't get a notification. I mean, you know, they know Black Fox to a great extent. Actually, I give Rick a lot of credit because he does do art streams during the day. I've seen him do stuff while I've been working from home, and then he'll do like a gaming stream at night. I know some people will just ask him like, "Oh, why don't you do, house pet stuff?" And he's just like, "Because I've been drawing all day, and I want to take a break." It's like, I do not blame you at all. Okay, panels. The panels acquired. And now we shall open each individual panel and scribble on them with ink. Well, that is what we do. These were already refined to an extent. I'm going to lighten his expression just a tad because I think Keisuke looks a little too mad. He's really going for more, like, adventurous. So we're going to change that little growly growl into a smile. There we go. I like that a little bit better. It's something I learned from learning like video game trivia and stuff. That the marketing video game characters in America is stupid when they're Japanese. I was seeing this thing on Kirby, and they're saying, take a look at the box art between the North American releases and the Japanese releases, and it's like you'll see Kirby is like super happy and fun and just like a little pink puffball of just goodness on the Japanese releases, and then on the U.S. and North American releases, he always has like this grimace and this is like little and I just angry Kirby face, and it's like, man, it's just like, this won't sell in North America, he's not angry enough. How can he be angry? He is a literal puffball. All he wants to do is eat fruit. Just let him eat fruit. Well, fruit and everything else in Dreamland, but still. All the kid wants to do is eat. Leave him be. King Dedede, just stop being a naughty penguin and just friggin' stop being the Nintendo Bad Bots Maru. I'm surprised Sanrio has not gotten on their ass about that. Dedede is absolutely Bad Bots Maru. Can't have angry Keisuke face just for the kids. Oh, cool. Found the robot dog in a rich person's spaceship that crashed back into the planet. That sounds like recycling to me. Oh, this is absolutely the triumphant step into frame moment for Kisuke and Kadia. Now that should be the next Kirby game. Kirby!
Endless hunger.
Kirby has to traverse all the dangers of Dreamland
To satiate his dark lust.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sorry. I've gotten behind on posting stuff, so yeah, feel free. My bad. Nobody told me having a puppy was going to be one of the busiest things I would ever do. To be fair, German Shepherd puppy, so I should probably have figured that out, but still, my last German Shepherd was really chill and cool. What the hell, new Shepherd? Lupin was a freak, a wonderful, wonderful freak. Never known a shepherd that didn't bark. Let's try to make that hand less like marshmallows. Oh, no, I drew it for you, so by all means, I'm only sorry that I haven't gotten it up myself. Phrasing. Only sorry that I have not posted it myself. That's better. Good job, Deb. See, that's a way better expression for him. Here he looks like he's just having a good time. Like, this is going to be fun. It's just putting this together here, and it reminded me one of the series I read when I was a young hatchling in this realm was Redwall, obviously, and I always thought it was interesting that Jake's always described Martin's sword as having a wire wrapped handle. And it's like, that's fine, that's good detail, obviously. And it always had a wire wrapped handle, like every time. And I just thought it was interesting because I was just like, God, wouldn't that be really, really uncomfortable? Like, I would think you'd want some kind of leather or even cloth of some kind just to hang on to it. Like, I know wire obviously would be a good grip, I suppose, but it'd be uncomfortable as all get out, even without gloves. Like, you couldn't wield that sword without gloves. That's my opinion, anyway. There you go, Brian Jakes. I have completely debunked your whole entire book series. Your hubris was not unnoticed, sir. I love Brian Jakes, actually. I'm very sad that he's gone and I didn't get a chance to meet him. Larry Niven was at a Further Confusion one year. And I was really excited. I was actually going to try to get his autograph on some of the Ringworld books, but I never managed to get there. Not Ringworld, Discworld. Discworld. No, Ringworld. I always goof up Ringworld and Discworld, but it was Larry Nevins, so it wasn't Ringworld. I had some friends who saw Brian Jakes in person, and they said he was very, very nice. And it's like, well, he's British, of course he's nice. Oh, hey, Karama. Well, thanks for checking in. I hope you had a great weekend, and hope to see you again later this week, maybe. Enjoy your night. You have permission from Fabian Zib to enjoy your night. Man, it's been a while since I've done like just straight up comic art. I swear, so many, and I know Sega had, obviously some degree of development with Persona 5, but the music just reminds me of Sonic all the time. Like, this sounds like a track in a classic Sonic game. This would be like the like Funk Night Bayou zone. I don't know. Well, it feels like longer, Ray. And that's mainly because I haven't had a whole lot of downtime to work on the comic outside of the stream. Back alley busker zone. Oh man, the alliteration is killing me. I love it. Back alley busker. If that isn't an informant in my D&D game, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Your nose is wrong. It's not your fault. It's my fault. Cat muzzles are so freaking different. It's interesting because, like, obviously this is a fantasy story. These are, anthro characters. They don't need to be incredibly accurate to the species they represent. But for some reason it bothers me when they're not at least somewhat referential to the animals that they were based off of. So when I see some of my drawings of Katya, it's just like she doesn't have a cat muzzle, which is very different than a canine. It's much more sloped. The feline skull has a lot of weird planes and little just lots of little details and little surfaces that are very different than what you would see on something with like a canine style head. D. Been thinking about new projects lately, and I've been thinking about trap finders and everything there. And it's like I said previously, I'm very happy with the fact that I've had such a constant release schedule for trap finders. That's something I don't think is going to change. I definitely feel like I am able to do the 2-week schedule when it comes to this specific story and everything. Just makes it a lot easier for me, timing wise, or at the very least schedule wise. But I do want to come up with some new stuff. I do want to actually tell some new stories, and I'm thinking I may actually be expanding into another comic. So that's exciting. It's also terrifying because I don't know if anyone would like it or what, but yeah, so not too many details on that yet, but that is something I am definitely working on and looking into. So keep your eyes peeled for some kind of weird little Kobold announcement. Not saying that it's coming up soon. Definitely not, but yeah, it's definitely something that I'm working on. We'll see. I don't think I would hold myself to like a specific hardcore schedule with a new comic to start. I think I would try to put out comics as best I could, as soon as I could. And the idea behind the two is that their genres are not the same. So technically, I think I could use them to give myself a break from the others creatively. Not chronologically, but we'd see. We would definitely see. And if it takes off, or if it's something that I really, really enjoy doing, then Trapfinders might have a little bit of a backseat. But it has been the original comic, so I don't want to do anything stupid, like just stop it and never touch it again. Like, I've seen people do that, and it breaks my heart when there's a good comic that people just abandon. So, not saying this is a good comic, but yeah, no, it's definitely something I am looking into very much. It's like, while it might not do this for production, it would definitely help me with burning out on working on one specific story. Production would still be another mess entirely, but no, that's just something I've had on my mind for a little bit now, and thought I'd share that. Yes, I know. I would have you constantly messaging me if I stopped doing trap finders. And then I'd probably get a call from the government, and they'd be just like, "Don't upset the Canadians. They already burned the White House down once 200 years ago, and they will not let us frickin' live it over." And it's funny, I think I actually mentioned it in a post a while ago that I did on like FA or DA or something. That's originally Trapfinders was a test. I was just trying to see if I could draw a comic. And so I've been doing that for 12 years. So I think, now this is just an estimate, I think I have succeeded in making a comic. Don't quote me on that. But damn, this yawning can stop anytime. I guess if I were to summarize, or if I were to try to say what my goal is with this other comic, it'd be possibly one that is more successful. There's a lot that I have not done with Trapfinders, and a lot of that is completely up to me. But I feel like there are avenues that I could go down, or things that I can try to maybe get the comic a little bit more widespread, and maybe get people to be interested in it more. Because I do enjoy doing it myself, but it's one thing to tell stories to yourself. It's another to tell stories to other people. So, hey, Foxfire, good to see. Yeah, no, I think there's a degree of success in there, Adorable. I think it's finding its place. So I'm definitely not displeased with that. Oh my goodness, it's yawning. Come on, Potion. I feel like his head is a little too big. Just a tad. A lot of it's the hair, but it's also the head. That skull from that nasal line. Yeah, it's slightly too big. The ears definitely need to move. How is your day going there, Foxfire? It's good to see you as always. Did you survive the Monday? And then I'm sure I can bring the hair down a little bit. And past Zib. Much obliged for having all this stuff drawn, at least. Yep, making it through that Monday. Good job. Sometimes that is the best that we can hope for, is just getting through the day. Oops. I need the scoot around tool. All right. But yeah, Adorable, you're right. There has been a degree of success that I definitely am proud of. I mean, over the course of all these years, I've continued, for better or for worse, with my comic. Yep, see, there you go. I just goofed it again. But yeah, definitely, that's the gauche brush. Don't need that. One of my goals as pie in the sky as it is to be able to work on my own stuff without having to have a regular day job. And that is something that takes a lot of effort and a lot of work, if it even does work out. So I'm hopeful that sometime I'll come across something that'll work out that way. I mean, I'd love to expand Trap Finders into other stuff, too. Had some ideas for, like, card games, things like that. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely the dream, but it's like, why leave it a dream? It doesn't have to stay a dream. It can be real. Just have to manifest it, which people will tell you, oh, you just have to manifest your dreams. That's the hard part. You're taking something completely metaphysical, trying to make it a real thing. But I've already done that. Trap Finders was just a little story that existed in my head, and now it's a comic. It exists. People can read it. When WordPress isn't being a bitch. But, yeah. Just something I've been thinking about lately. It's just, I'd really like to do more. It's just going to take more effort, which, as we all know, super, super fun when your result is, oh, cool, you just need more effort. Oh, great. It's all right. I'm an industrious kobold. I can do all kinds of stuff. There we go. I heard a puppy snuffle in the hallway. this one is going to have some action lines in it just to help convey some movement. You know, Adorable, I think about it, I'm just like, oh, how great would it be if I could work on trap finders and any other story or thing that I wanted to from the inside of a camper on the beach. How cool would that be? And you're like, oh, it's that weird little blue hermit. I'm like, shut up. You damn kids, get off my beach. Natural terrain for a blue cobalt, since blue dragons are lords of the desert. And what is a beach but just a very damp desert? It'd be pretty cool. It'd be really cool. I think it's worth fighting for. Or giving it a shot at the very least. I still am assuming that YouTube is going to use that incredibly awesome candy as my thumbnail, and I will laugh my ass off if that's the case. I will also have to move quickly to avoid being canceled. Stupid frickin' candy. Oh, you know what? That's right. I never really finished the sketch for those two. That is okay. That is all right. Let's see. There's that one. Okay. We getting some ink done. Forests are good. Forests are good. That's one of the nice things about having an RV or a camper or something. It's like, I could just go. Oh man, temperature's gonna be in like the 30s tomorrow. That's cool. South. All right. Let's get some more frames in here. This might be my favorite Keyskate drawing I've done in a long time. He's so chunky. He's just a chunky little guy. I always expect to hear the Velvet Room at least once during my stream. He is the bestest boy. He is the bestest boy. There we go. And are you guys liking the the layout a little bit better, so you can kind of see the whole screen, everything that I'm working on. Just want to make sure that it's somewhat interesting to look at. I just felt bad that last stream, I was having such a good time with the fan art that it was like I completely botched the presentation. So just want to make sure everyone can see, or if there's any questions, people can bring them up. There we go. Oh my. And stretchy. Stretchy. Oh, goodness. Okay. Sorry, looking at my writing file. Might have to drop down some of these sketches because they're so big. Once again, I've done the thing where the sketch is too big. Okay, let's take that. Obviously, we'll debiggen things selectively. Not everything needs to be shrunk down, but a good amount of my stuff is always a little too big for the page. I don't do the smart thing and leave like a third to a quarter of the page open for dialogue. And that is mein failure. You see, Barbarous, that is why I do not have air vent in my laboratories. But if this isn't just like daytime with Zib music. There we go. This one we can shrink down as well. Obviously, the line here is going to cut into this, but it's not meant to have dialogue in there anyway. He's a brave little guy, isn't he? He's categorically nuts. He's a brave little guy. This one could, actually, surprisingly enough, this one could also do with a little bit of shrinking. Looking at it now. That's also the nice thing. Hindsight is really helpful, for me anyway, because if I've been staring at something and working on it for too long, eventually I don't see all the things that are wrong with it. So, what I'll do is I'll get him further up here. Gives us a sense of movement.
And then, and only then, we're going to grab the rest of this. We should probably get rid of the old selection. There we go. We're going to grab the rest of this, and then we're going to throw that back. A couple inches here. Ooh, that's the whole thing. There we go. And then shrink it down. So this will give us more of a sense of him having leapt from the edge. Some grand explosion of speed and strumph. There we go. There we are. Fixing sketches, it's what I do with Cousin Zib. Meanwhile, in Naraku's cave in Inuyasha, you know what? That might still be too close, but now that it's more defined, that might be a little bit easier to shrink down a bit. There we go. Y'all are awful quiet. Plotting some kind of scheme. Some kind of skullduggery going on in there. I want in. Kobold skullduggery is oftentimes the best. Okay, and now I can actually reposition him a little bit more. To assist and the making him not look like the goon. There we go. I think this reads a little bit better now that there's more space. Ooh, replacing a color in Krita. I think I messed with that program a little bit. I've been finding a lot of the art programs that I've been trying to like just test out and see if I can get anything done with them. They've been very unintuitive lately. I was just discussing with a coworker the fact that every single video editing software I've used is so ridiculously obtuse and difficult to use that it's just maddening. When I was in school, I used the kind of industry standard at the time, and it was fine. It was way too like professional for me, and I did fine with Adobe Premiere. But man, using any other program now, it's like, why are your icons tiny? Why is everything difficult to find? Why are the most important controls literally squirreled away? Like, I don't understand that particular type of design. Like, what shroom hit did you... Shroom hit? What drug did you take that made you think that this was a good design choice? Because I would like you to stop taking it, please. It's funny because that's exactly what I'm working with. I'm working with DaVinci Resolve. And ugh. again, I mean, it's like going between video production softwares is basically like going between different transmissions on a car. If you're familiar, then you're okay. But if you have like dipped out for a while, or you're just starting, or you're just getting back into things, good frickin' luck. The video industry changes every other year. Like, and that's a conservative estimate. Starting to like these bunnies more. Is it in CMYK or is it in RGB? I'm just wondering because that's one of the problems I had with stickers when I first started producing them, is that I didn't realize that most things were printed in CMYK. And the colors vary to an extent. Sometimes they're more noticeable than others, but I know how you feel though, because there are times when I'll look at my monitor and I'll be like, is this color the actual color? Because I don't think this color is right. I have to do this bunny girl first. She's making me laugh because of her expression. Well, you can't expect me to keep drawing outfits, Black Fox. Eventually it's going to start costing you. I'm going to need some loonies. Are you just going to keep showing up to the stream? Well, if nobody else is going to suggest anything. I mean, I would like to think that this is the face of someone who's shouting, what kind of jackass throws a sword? It does work. I mean, it worked for, was it Boromir? In Balin's Tomb? It was either Boromir or Aragorn. who literally threw a sword into a goblin. It was at that point, sitting in the theater, eating quite possibly Mike and Ike's or popcorn or something, that I realized that I was watching the best movie of all fucking time. It occurred to me that I had been watching the best movie of all fucking time. Not a great Gandalf, not a great Ian McKellen, but you know what? We're working on it. I'm determined not to mess up this bunny like Sega messed up Cream the Rabbit. How many millions of dollars do you have to spend developing a character for a multi-billion-dollar franchise, only to realize that her ears are literally backwards? Weirdest damn thing. Let's thin those ears out because they're pretty huge and thick. Let's just make them smaller, a little lighter. There we go. Look at that angry little bunny. Dear, I'm sure they're trying their best. Their best almost took Dad's head off. It's funny. I love Battle Against a True Hero. It's one of my favorite songs on the Undertale soundtrack. But I actually love Power of Neo more. And it steals just absolutely from Battle Against a True Hero. But I love the context of that particular fight. Even more than I love the fight with Undyne. Nope, those are the appropriate amount of commas. I might add like a dash, or even like a semicolon, but no, that's the appropriate amount of commas.
Now, dear, keep a level head. Your ears get bent out of shape otherwise. They were almost cut off.
She's so angry. Look at her face. I don't know why I haven't made this an emote yet. Yo, Angie. Also, hello, Rabbit Mom. Ahoy. Cat's out of the bag. That's my next comic. Adventures of Rabbit Mom. Sorry, Black Box, she's not a rat. Or a hedgehog. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. Oh man. Should have played your cards a little closer to the vest, Black Box. Well, she could have a Badonkadonk, but you know, I mean, whatever. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with having a type, but man, what a type. After intensive study by the Black Box Institute of Higher Learning about big asses, we can safely conclude that this character may or may not have a huge ass. Oh, no, she should be looking more over at the... I don't know what this girl's name is, but the name Caitlin definitely comes to mind. Caitlin, they are trying their best. Their best almost killed Dad. Gray. Hang on just a second, Gray. Hey guys, can we talk about Gray for a second? Astrophysicist is probably the funniest thing I have seen in a long time. It's one of those things where I've seen it and my brain went, bing! That's funny. And I think it's kind of like an atom bomb going off where there's that bright flash of recognition, like, astrophysicist. That's funny. And the shockwave is still coming. Like, I will eventually be doubled over laughing at astrophysicist. I think so. I think you mentioned that last time we had them up here was the dad eating 4 months of food rations for 3 people in 5 minutes. He was rail thin like the rest of them. It's that damn nervous eating habit he has. I had to laugh because I didn't realize like how much Kisuke's sword was going to be doing like the shigga. But I mean, I'm here now, and it's a lot. That sword is constantly being thrown. Oh, did we do the thing? We did do the thing. I'm a silly bitch. Change that. Man, I love Frog. Now. This is definitely the face of... I might die doing this, but, you know. No, something wrong with this. Probably fix that sketch. It's not quite where it needs to be. Oh, I have adjusted my seating like 800 times. My goodness. Oh, goodness gracious. Mm. I really got to hit some kind of an energy boost or something before I start streaming. Although drawing does take a lot of focus for me, so. In the interest of having something ready to do on those days when the wheel strikes and fan art is once again the only thing we can do. I was thinking of having a fan art like suggestion section in the Discord. So if you guys thought of something, just kind of popped up like, oh, that'd be cool to see. Could totally add that to the queue. Furty drawings. Oh well. Yeah, that Furty. I remember. Big tall fellow, pointy hat. I mean, it's pretty. Although, ironically, I do have at the beginning in chapter 1 when they head out of town for the first time, they do a let's go, which at that time let's go wasn't a thing. Well, Black Fox, now I'm suggesting it, so it's different. But I also know that you will just live in that channel. I see, the legs were in the wrong spot. Do, Greg. I should probably make this into a sticker. Just slap it on all kinds of crap. Just says, let's go. That'd be fun. Oh no, his boots aren't black anymore. That's right. Okay. I'm remembering details of my own comic. Still coming back to this thing. Just like that.
Caitlin, oh my gosh, shush, they're trying their best. I didn't think she knew that swear.
This is the absolutely aghast Midwestern mom. Oh, geez. Yep, she dropped an F-bomb there. Oh, boy. She is heading for a timeout. Where on gosh's green earth did you learn that? You've been watching those saucy puppet shows. This could also just be a Nike ad. Oh gosh, I don't think they'll even take her at a nunnery with a mouth like that. Get thee to a nunnery. You guys will have to tell me what looks better here. Hang on. Little peepers here. There's this kind of this pensive look, just like with a little down mouth. And there's the tongue out. I'm kind of liking the tongue out. What do you guys think? Yeah. It speaks more to him as a character. A little smaller? Okay, let's see. Let's zoom in. It's a novel feature that digital art gives me. I think what I need to do is I need to drop my... there we go. My brush is a little too thick here. Let's drop that down just a wee mite. Is that a little better? Still too small. Maybe if I... You know what? The angle's not right. It's... Something about it isn't working. The angle isn't right. Because Kisuke does have a snoot. He does have a little muzzle there. That underlip just makes him look... Oh. Did we go to the previous page? Looks like we did. Let's... No. Hey. Where? Oh, I know it was. No. No. That lip, actually, that lower lip emphasis is not helping me. No, we're good. We're good. I moved on to a different page. Maybe it should just be the tip of the tongue. Just the tip. I'll have to play with that because I do like that visual. I think it's cute. Yeah, sorry, all. I haven't been very talkative. Just been trying to get some of this done here. Puzzles. Are you doing jigsaw puzzles or Sudoku puzzles or how to ban Black Fox puzzles or I mean, sky's the limit. All kinds of puzzles out there. New York Times word puzzles. Jeez, I was way off. The answer to number 4 is wheat. Oh, I had mentioned to you guys the game Culdcept before, and that they've had a few different ones, mostly Japanese releases, but the English releases, there've been a couple of those, and the uh, the PS2 one that I was playing earlier. One thing I will say about the Culdcept series is that they're all difficult because the computer cheats like hell. Imagine a computer that cheats at Magic all the time, and you've pretty much got exactly how that game runs. So it makes it even more impressive when you actually win. But it's always funny because those games start out with the first actual game that you play is still ridiculously difficult, and it's like you don't even know the mechanics of the game yet. I think the only reason I did okay with the Culdcept Saga was why make good computer players when you could just cheat? Well, I mean, there's that. The only reason I got any good at that was because I played the demo 800 times before the game came out, so I kind of had an idea of how the mechanics went. But even then, I was getting my scales just tanned by this computer, just absolute spankage. Like it was not pleasant. He is hooked to it. That's what the harness is doing for him. He's able to fasten the wire to his harness so he can glide along on it. All right. Well, that's 2 pages that has been completely, for the most part, completely inked. I think so. Yeah, this one still needs some work, but needs sketch work. That's going to be a minute. Cult of the Lamb's getting a multiplayer mode? That's crazy. I mean, it would be like, I guess it'd be kind of like Animal Crossing with swords. That could be fun.
I would actually love to see a Animal Crossing-esque game that was more like Rune Factory. In the fact that it was basically an RPG and a farm and waifu simulator.
That would be better, actually, if I bring this down. Rotate it and shrink it a little bit. something like that.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot of drawing for one little kobold to do.
I think I will call it a night at this point. Quite a bit of inking done, so I'm happy about that. Going to fix up the wheel. If you have suggestions for categories, please feel free to drop them in the Discord chat. I will be happy to entertain many of them, I'm sure. If one of them is rat girl with big ass, I will just absolutely expect it. Yeah, so I will probably see you guys Thursday again. I'm looking at getting my comic schedule back up on Twitch. That might be helpful for the notifications. So in any case, I hope you all have a wonderful night. We will catch you later in the week. Everybody hang in there. We'll get to Friday soon enough. So have a good night, everybody.